I just wanted to come real fast just to make this video, just to make something very, very clear to the white man. Black Americans do not care about your government shutdown, and Black Americans do not care about you taking away our EBT and our government assistance, because Black Americans never depended on the American government to take care of us and feed us, because we never could. We were never able to depend on the government, in spite of what you may say and what you may try to force us to believe. So you can sit back and you can mock, you can laugh, and you can think that you're about to starve us to death. But I'm here to let you know that we are going to eat regardless, even if we have to hunt you animals down and roast and eat you. The delectable crackers and cheese. We will make it happen if we have to. Trust and believe me. And if it takes this government shutdown for Black people to finally come from under the government and understand that we don't need to be paying our taxes into this government, what we really need to be doing is taking care of one another, buying land and growing our own food and building our own nation. If this government shutdown and starvation is what it's going to take, then let the party begin. It's Black Power, baby, and we rise.
So y'all, I'm just thinking, I gotta come up with a master plan. They didn't cut my food stamps. I'm down to my last pack of noodles and 2 bars of soap. Something gotta shake. I'm just trying to see when we going to get the groceries. I'm thinking tomorrow a good day. We can start tomorrow. I got a route bus. We gonna start that bitch off in New Temple. We gonna run that bitch through Wesley Chapel, swing that bitch down Bruce B. down. We gonna gas up in the city. We ain't gonna fuck with the city, because if we fuck with the city, them hoes gonna be ready to die about that shit. So we gonna leave them alone. Bring that bitch up round Brandon. Take that bitch through Riverview. Swing that bitch through Apollo. Depending on what time it is, we can take that bitch clean down Del Mabry. Wrap that bitch around town and country. We done. Whole thing is, I need a ride. I can't take my car. But I think that's a clean route. Y'all let me know if y'all fucking with it.
Y'all was clutching y'all purses before. This gonna be the time that you need to clutch them. Y'all was doing all that shit at the wrong time. But this is y'all time to show out. Show out then. I ain't gonna be mad at you.
Shalom. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, RAWCHAA, QADASH. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, Ruel. Peace and salutations to the elect, and much respect to the brothers pushing this word in the four winds of the earth. And shalom to you few sincere sisters out there as well. It's Brother Ahrayah coming at you with another lesson. It's Isaiah 19:14 through 17. And it says, the Lord, YAHAWAH, have mingled a perverse spirit in the midst thereof. They have caused Egypt to err in every work thereof, as a drunken man staggereth in his vomit. Neither shall there be any work for Egypt which the head or tail, branch or rush may do. In that day shall Egypt be like unto women, and it shall be afraid and fear because of the shaking of the hand of the Lord of hosts, which he shaketh over it. And the land of Judah shall be a terror unto Egypt, and every one that maketh mention thereof shall be afraid in himself because of the counsel of the Lord of hosts, which he hath determined against it. Okay, so the 14th verse, of course, the perverse spirit is speaking of, you know, the homosexuality and things that are going on here in America. But you know, those things and women were speaking about perverse things as well, you know, eating other people and all that, right? And it says here, neither shall there be any work for Egypt. And we're seeing that now. People are being replaced by AI and robots. People are being laid off by the thousands, right? And it says, in that day shall Egypt be like unto women, okay? And this is talking about that military draft that's definitely going to come. These tough guys out here in the street are going to be afraid. They're going to be like women out here, okay? Because it's, you know, the shaking of the hand of the Lord of hosts, okay? I mean, what? The Lord of armies, right? The Lord stirring up World War III, okay? And it says, in the land of Judah shall be a terror unto Egypt, right? Meaning what? New York, Chicago, Cleveland, Texas, Florida, you know, Pennsylvania, you know, certain places like Philly, Connecticut, New Jersey, etc., North Carolina, South Carolina, right? There's going to be a terror unto Egypt, right? What are they talking about? Breaking up in people's houses or going to certain neighborhoods and stealing people food when they coming out of the supermarkets, right? Talking about this the bug out chick, talking about eating white folk, right? Shit is crazy out here, man. And it's only gonna get crazier as we move forward, right? And I want to touch on the 15th verse here. Neither shall there be any work for Egypt. I'm gonna show you this quick video real quick. This like mini convenience store that's run by AI and robots, man. The last video I did showed you that cashiers are soon gonna be out of work as well, because you'll be able to take your cart around the aisles and scan your food as you go, and then pay on that tablet that's connected to the shopping cart, right? And we all know that's leading to the MOTB. But I'm gonna show you this video real quick.
Have y'all ever seen anything like this? VinHub. So check it out. You scan the QR code, right? There's all the snacks. There's no employees. There are robots in here. There are robots taking your order. Oh my goodness. And they got everything. They got medicine. They got, oh my goodness. I have to order something. I have to. This is a crazy business model, y'all. This is a crazy business model. Can you see this? Do you see this? It's a giant vending machine. But instead of getting one Pop-Tart, you could get all the Pop-Tarts. Instead of getting the little bag of cheeses, you get the whole box, right? You go ahead and go grocery shopping in here. They got coffee made up there. They got A1 sauce. Come on, they got everything in here. Man, what? Oh, man, there's too many ways to make money, y'all. This is hard.
Right, yeah, so you see that. You see, it's like a newsstand you'll see in New York City on the sidewalk. It's like that size, maybe a little bit wider, but within that box, okay, it's pretty much, not everything one would need, but, a lot of things that people would need. Lotion, they got deodorant in there, and bullshit-ass soft drinks, waters, all that, bullshit that you'll get from 7-Eleven, right, is in there, which is for what? For convenience and to, take away jobs from people, okay, leading towards that UBI, that universal basic income, right? It's Isaiah 51:17 through 19. It says, "Awake, awake, and stand up, O Jerusalem, which have drunk at the hand of the Lord the cup of his fury. Thou hast drunken the dregs of the cup of trembling, and wrung them out. There is none to guide her among all the sons whom she hath brought forth, neither is there any that taketh her by the hand of all the sons that she hath brought up. These two things are come unto thee, and who shall be sorry for thee? Desolation and destruction, and the famine and the sword. By whom shall I comfort thee?" Okay, and these things are coming, desolation and destruction. The famine is coming. The sword is coming. A lot of these women are out here running their fucking mouth about things they gonna do. I don't really see any men on any platforms talking about they gonna do this and do that. They keeping it quiet about, the wickedness that they plan to do. But this shows you that, women are emotional. They're very emotional. And they get on there on them platforms and talk their shit and think they scaring somebody, man. Why? Because they got them masculine spirits, man. Right? And they gonna be trodden down like a mire in the streets real soon, man. They gonna be trodden down. And they're gonna realize that they're not equivalent to a man. Okay? They are a woman. They are the weaker vessel, and they about to find that shit out the hard way, man. Okay? They about to find that out the hard way. So they talking all they shit now, but the Lord is about to humble them in a great way, man, for all to see. Ezekiel 7. And Salaki, I'm super sick, man. I'm going to get through this. Ezekiel 7:15, it says, the sword is without, and pestilence and famine within. He that is in the field shall die with the sword, and he that is in the city, famine and pestilence shall devour him. All right? And these things are coming. This is prophecy, man. This is prophecy. A lot of people are going to die from the lack of food, man. All right? And it's going to be by the hands of the Lord. The Lord is going to put the spirit on these devils to take the food away, man. It's punishment, for the wicked acts, or the numerous wicked acts that people have been performing here in Babylon the Great for the longest now, man. Okay? So now they're going to have to pay the piper. Okay? They're going to have to pay for their wicked deeds, man. And enduring a famine is going to be one of them. Being faced with weaponry, people with weapons going around just killing people is another judgment that they're going to have to deal with, man. They will receive no protection from the Heavenly Father. Things are about to get real crazy out here, especially in the cities, man, where it says famine and pestilence will devour them. From the famine, people not being able to wash their ass, it's going to spread diseases, man. So people are going to be judged by both at the same time. So, horrible deaths are on the way, man. Right? And the Bible definitely speaks of cannibalism, with that bug out chick, and she makes a lot of bug out videos. I don't know. She reminds me of Erykah Badu, just straight up witch. She got them witch eyes, man. And she talks a lot of shit on her platform, about this and about that, about Hebrew Israelites and all that. And she's a straight demon, but she's sitting there talking about she gonna eat, she gonna be eating white folks, what I'm saying, that unseasoned meat. But she ain't gonna do shit at the end of the day, man. She has no power to go about and do these things. Women, a lot of women I notice just talk a lot of shit, man. They just say what's on their mind, not knowing the consequences of the things that leave from out of their lips, man. All right? This is why a lot of women are going to suffer when this society collapses, man. That's just what it is. And we can't stress that enough because it's going to happen. So definitely, watch what you say. Scriptures say, right? Let me see. It says Proverbs 18:21, that death and life are in the power of the tongue, right? And they that love it shall eat the fruit thereof. Okay? So she's speaking, she's not speaking light at all. Speaking darkness. So the Lord can have it to where somebody traps her up and cooks her up and eats her. Right? This is why it's imperative that we all watch what we say. Okay? Because the Lord controls all. The Lord can have it to where you'll say some bullshit and the Lord will turn it around on you and have it happen to you. All right? But people don't know how to watch their mouth. They just want to say what they feel, and they think that no consequences are coming to them for it. They're going to find out the hard way, man. Yeah, we'll get 2nd Esdras 15:5 through 8 real quick, too. 15:5, or 5 through 8. And it says, behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. For wickedness have exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. And we in these times right now. It's about to get real crazy out here. Therefore, saith the Lord, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness, which they profanely commit. Neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves. Behold, the innocent and righteous blood crieth unto me, and the souls of the just complain continually. And this is what we do. We complain about the conditions of this world continually, every day, day in, day out. We do these lessons when we're praying, when we're out in the highways and byways. We're just sick and tired of this place. And we pray that the Lord has everything unfold this year before 2026 comes. To where, you know, no one's working, there's chaos and riots in the streets, and we ain't got to worry about paying no bills or nothing like that, man. You know, at that point, we're just going to trust in the Lord, man. And the Lord going to be, you know, working his miracles and, you know, things like that, man. Oh, man. Let me just get 2nd Ezra 16, and I'll end it here. Oh, man. And I'll read 17 through, let me see, through 22. And it says, woe is me, who will deliver me in those days? The beginning of sorrows and great mournings. And we are at the beginning of that right now, especially if the EBT, you know, the EBT being cut off plays out and nothing comes about where they, you know, these people are saved, you know, through the government, okay, through Daddy Esau, you know, them sorrows are definitely going to begin. You know, people are not going to be able to eat, man. It's going to get bad out here. The beginning of famine and great death. The beginning of wars, and the powers shall stand in fear. The beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come? And they're surely coming. You know, people are, when things are taken away from people that they're used to having, and you know, they fall into tough times and really don't know, you know, what to do about it. You know, a lot of people, wickedness is gonna shine through, man. You know, a lot of demons are gonna be running out here in these streets. You know, millions of demons. Behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment. Oh man. Behold, but for all these things they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of the scourges. And behold, victuals shall be so cheap upon the earth that they shall think themselves to be in good case. And even then shall evils grow upon the earth, sword, famine, and great confusion. For many of them that dwell upon the earth shall perish of famine, and the other that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy. And this is what we're going to be seeing. And the dead shall be cast out as dung, and there shall be no man to comfort them. For the earth shall be wasted, and the cities shall be cast down. Right? And these are the times that we're coming into. Walking out of our houses, seeing piles of dead bodies. You don't have to walk over dead bodies, man. That stench is going to be ridiculous. You know? Just death in the air. You know, death everywhere. You know, we coming into these times right now, man. Right? And it hasn't happened yet. And there's a vast majority of people out there that don't think that these prophecies will come to pass, but they will definitely come to pass, man. Okay? But a lot of people got to see something to believe it. We don't have to see it to believe it because we feel it through the Spirit. Okay? And we trust His word. And we know that these words are true, man. And we know that they are going to come to pass. Right? Through faith. Right? So this is why, you know, Lord willing, we'll be protected in these days here, man. While everyone else scrambles and suffers, man. Right? So I just wanted to bring this quick lesson out. Lord willing, it was edifying. I want to say shalom to the next one.